Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. Today is April 23rd, 2025. Sorry I was a little feisty yesterday. I've just been stressing, like I said, with all this legal shit going on. I actually feel pretty good today, though, because I just finished eating. That's why I'm picking my teeth like Scar over here. I feel pretty good, though. I feel a lot better. Today, my wife took off today and tomorrow. She just needed some personal time, man, with everything that's going on. Our life has been literally hell since last October. And I've explained some of that, loss of job, legal shit going on. So I talked to a lawyer, and there's an appeal that I'm invited to go to, and I talked to a lawyer, and he's charging $3,000 just for this appeal. And without going into too much detail, because I still have like 28 days to appeal it. I don't know, 3Gs, like I already lost 3Gs from that time that I was unemployed after the whole spiel with Kroger and stuff, which go check that episode out. It's a two-parter. It's where I've been, I think is what I titled it. But so yeah, I ain't got money for this shit, and I don't know. If you guys know me, if you're longtime listeners, you know that I used to have a fortune-telling company, Jack of All Trades, out in Perryville, Kentucky, and I used to do tarot. I still dabble with it. The only time I really use it now is when I'm in crisis mode of I need an answer before I make a gigantic decision in my life. And I told my wife, I'm hitting the cards, dude, because I feel one way and I feel another. A couple days ago, I got a letter in the mail, and it's somewhat good news, but it's somewhat bad. And I'd love to go into detail, whenever, all this shit is over next month. But it's just, I just got tired of just asking for stressing out. What should I do? Should I fight it? Because you guys know how court systems are. If you fight something, that's why most people plead guilty, because our court systems are corrupt. The judges are corrupt. The lawyers are corrupt. There's three people you don't trust. It's lawyers, car salesmen, and there was one more. Can't remember the last one. Probably a preacher. But yeah, dude, so you all know, man. That's why, honestly, people come up to me sometimes and we'll be talking about true crime or something, or conspiracy, and they're like, well, so-and-so was found guilty in the court of law. And I'm like, why does that fucking matter? I did an episode the other day showing the silliness of court of swearing on the Bible. We talked about that. How ridiculous and stupid it is. Like that matters to swear on a Bible. And honestly, our court system is such a joke now that it's gotten to the point whenever I hear that somebody was guilty or convicted of something, I'm like, that means nothing to me. So, as of right now, knock on wood, I think everything's just going to blow over. And I read the cards, and the cards told me, honestly, do what you're doing. Keep going to work, keep living your life, and save your money. Because it basically told me, I asked it two different questions of, hey, should I use this lawyer? It said no. Hey, should I even fight this at all? Or should I just let it go? And it basically told me to let it go. Give me 5 of Pentacles and Knight of Swords. I did a yes and no spread. And yeah, it was like stack chips. Just sit there and stack chips and try to get back up to where you were financially. And don't worry about it. You know, if something comes up, because you know how life is, it's unpredictable and weird, then next month or something, then yeah, I'll fight it when they force me to fight it. Does that make sense? Until then, I'm not going to financially ruin myself. And it's nothing crazy, like it's no criminal charges, it's nothing like that. I haven't been convicted of anything. It's not criminal charges, it's not even in criminal court, so it's frustrating. Because I got a bunch of evil family members trying to ruin my fucking life. Turncoats they are. And I don't know. So it's kind of a relief, but it's a bittersweet. Like, it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. Technically it's not over, but it's not turning out the way that I wanted it to, but it could be worse, you know. So I handled that. I thank you all for your prayers. Just keep praying for me. Keep casting spells, whatever. Keep doing, you do that voodoo that you do so well, because it's not over yet. But so I handled that today. I wanted to tell you guys something else about the channel. Give me just a second. So I used to have a sponsor, and luckily everyone was cool, because it's one thing that aggravates me about the truth community that is so aggravating. I do a podcast, dude. And there's really not much of a difference between podcasting and radio broadcasting. But I've never understood how the truth community, conspiracy community, why they think if you make money off of it, that you're a shill. Everything you say is void, null. And to me, it's kind of retarded. It's retarded not to make money off of something that you could make money off of. I see channels like Truth Seeker or just huge fucking channels that could be monetized. And people like me who want to do this as a career, as a full-time job, to be a podcaster, have been trying for 6 or 7 years, you know. I'm not going anywhere because I enjoy doing this. I have fun doing this at the end of the day, but I just want to make a couple bucks so I can buy a cheeseburger, man. Or pay a bill, maybe just a bill once in a while, like a water bill or something. And I've sunk more money in this channel than I'll ever get back, as far as like laptops, fucking camera equipment, batteries, SD cards, software, like just all sorts of shit. Gas, like we've filmed, stuff in like other states and shit and posted it on the channel and shit. Like we've had to travel for this channel, and that came out of our pockets, for this channel, for entertainment and shit, just to have a chance to have the American dream, So I find it funny and interesting that if you make any form of money doing a passion of yours and what makes you happy, that's a bad thing. So it's okay for radio broadcasters to make money, but anytime conspiracy's involved, there's this weird belief that there should be no profit made off of it whatsoever. And it's stupid, because I see these bigger channels who are supposedly Christian channels, like Truth Seeker, he's a dumb motherfucker. I can't stand that motherfucker. I don't care if it's shots fired or not. He is so toxic to this community. Fuck Truth Seeker. But that dude, he thinks, he's got that mindset of like, if you make money off of it, you're a shill, you know. And he has enough subscribers to make money off of. First of all, how do we know he's not making money off of it? I'm just curious. All these people who say they're not making money off of it, how do you know? Like, yeah, they might not have a shop that sells t-shirts or bumper stickers or whatever, but you can't prove that their channel is not monetized unless there's something I don't know that it puts some sort of badge on your account. I've never noticed it. I've never clicked on a channel and it says this channel's monetized. You know what I mean? How do you prove that he's not monetized? I'm just curious. Hit me up in the comments. I'm not that tech savvy. But I've been struggling. I'm shadow banned as fuck. Each time my channel blows up over a video, I immediately get strikes to the point I can't put anything out and I have to wait a month or 2 months or whatever. So like, I've already come to the conclusion monetization is not going to come through YouTube. Well, give me just a second. What I was saying though is these channels like Truth Seeker, he's like a devout Christian. Yesterday he was posting all this dumb Christian shit. It's like, well, if you're a Christian, you could be monetizing your channel, and just to prove you're not a shill, donate all the money to a charity, to a church, to a cause. If there is money to be made, if you don't want the money, someone else can use that money. You could be helping your family members. You could be helping homeless people. You could be helping the community. There are so many people struggling right now. And you say you care. You say you're a Christian. You say all this Jesus bullshit. And you have a channel that could easily be monetized in 2 seconds. And you could use that money to help other people. Money is not evil. It's the love of money that is the root of all evil. And that's the thing. Like, if I could get this channel to explode and I could be as big as Alex Jones, I would do it in 2 seconds, because I would live comfortably. My wife would live comfortably. And I could help other people. I could give away money. I could give away prizes. I could help other people. Imagine that. Philanthropy. Actual true philanthropy. Not this bullshit philanthropy that Bill Gates does or Jeffrey Epstein used to do. But I'm not seeing much chance on YouTube with how strict they've been. Now, they did set the bar a little lower. Back in the day, for years, I've been doing this for like a decade now. For years, they made it to where you had to have 1,000 subscribers to get monetized, and they finally dropped it down to 500. So I'm at 417. I'm pretty fucking close. So it actually is obtainable. I shouldn't be such a negative Nancy. It is obtainable to get monetized. And honestly, you guys know me. I'm literally wearing my uniform. Like, I'm not a bum. I get 40 hours a week. My wife works 40 hours a week. But you've seen our living situation. You've seen the ghetto-ass car that I'm driving. It's a 97 Pontiac. It's technically not even street legal, but I have to get to work. I work at a gas station, you know. And this isn't like a woe is me, blah, blah, blah. But I live in an old dilapidated trailer in a ghetto. I'm not a shill. I'm not a fucking Illuminati. But it is obtainable through YouTube. So that's why I keep saying, please subscribe. Like, and the thing is it's so hard to get people to subscribe because for some reason, the thing is they're like, well, I don't want to mess up my algorithm. And it's like, okay, I understand that, but I don't. Because I cannot tell you how many channels that I've seen where if you subscribe to me or hit me up in the comments and I notice that you're a content creator, I automatically subscribe to you no matter what you're putting out. Unless it's something like inherently evil or against my moral code. I automatically sub. But the thing is, if I can tell it's something I'm not interested in, you can turn the notification bell off meaning you'll never get notified by this person. And all you had to do was subscribe, because that one subscription could help push them over 500 subs, and they could have the American dream, and their dream could come true. But it is so hard. People act like you're asking them to run a mile. If you go, hey, hit subscribe, like, share, and I've had people go, you know, like, oh, I just found your channel, it's awesome content. And I'm looking at my subs and I'm like, cool, so I should be 1+ sub, right? And then it never goes up. So I'm like, oh, cool. You're probably a bot, you know. But yeah, you don't have to hit the notification bell. You can hide notifications, actually. There's actually a setting of people. I've subbed to people who, and I'm not being mean, it's just they put out, I wanted to support their dream of being a YouTuber. The American dream, which we all want. I wanted to support their dream, and it's like, but I knew that I didn't like their content, so I just would turn the notification bell off, and I would literally click hide notifications, but they still had my sub. You know, it's so weird. You ask someone to subscribe, and they act like it is literally like you're asking them to run a fucking mile. It is so bizarre to me, because it takes 2 seconds to go subscribe, hit the bell, or hide notification. Super simple, dude. Or even a thumbs up, dude. I'll have a video with thousands of views, and it'll be like 2 thumbs up. And I'm like, thousands of people watch this, and I only got 2 thumbs up? There's only 2 people out there who agree with me. And I know it's not just me, like, because I've had people who have literally, my phone's getting hot. It's hot out here today in Kentucky. I've had people who have literally, I keep gaining subs, so I know that I'm on the right track. I'm not saying something outlandish, you know. If I was, I'd be losing subs. But my subs always grow. So apparently I'm on the right track, you know. But the reason I'm bringing all this up is I used to have a sponsor, this company called Anchor, and it was pretty fucking dope. They got bought out by Spotify. Spotify doesn't pay me anymore. I went to Rumble, and me and my wife are still trying to figure out Rumble. Like, I've made 3 cents off of Rumble, and we can't figure it out. Like, how the fuck do we make money off of Rumble? Like, I don't know. We've tried looking up videos on how to get monetized, blah, blah, blah. Rumble sucks. Spotify fucking sucks. YouTube, I'm almost there, but that's like after a decade of being on there. Like, dude, I've been on YouTube for like 10 fucking years, and I'm still not able to get fucking monetized. Like, it's so sad, dude. And Anchor was like, I made $30 off of Anchor after like 300 episodes. You know, that's $10 every 100 episodes, you know. So I'm not a millionaire over here, but it's like, finally, I had the idea. Somebody was doing buymeacoffee.com, and that's what I wanted to tell you guys is I'm going to start a buymeacoffee.com account. And it's legit. Basically, it is like you can just tip me. I'm sure they take a cut, which is fine, but I'll at least be able to make some form of money off of 10 years of content, over 1,000. Honestly, I think I put out like over 1,000 fucking uploads or something. It's insane. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm still going to do this whether I make money or not, because it's therapeutic for me and I enjoy doing it and getting the truth out there. I hope that I make the world a different place. I've always heard the phrase, leave the world a better place than when you came into this world. I'm trying to start a buymeacoffee.com account. Dude, it is so fucking hard, which it's super legit, which is cool. But they're asking me security shit of like, when did you start your bank account? You know, and I'm like, dude, that was like 2013, 12, something like that. They want exact day and year, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I got to go up to my bank and literally like get all this fucking info. It's asking crazy shit that's like obscure info, and so I can't even set it up. You know, right now I'm gonna have my wife help me. We're gonna have to go up to the fucking bank, figure it out. But I just wanted to let you guys know, as far as an update of like, if you guys hear me promoting it, please consider, if you got $1, a penny, 50 cents, a quarter, any little bit helps. You know, it'll help me. It'll feed me for the day. I can get a cheeseburger and a Coke or something. I can put money back into this channel, because what I'm trying to do is, honestly, I want this channel to be a company. As far as like, I want this to be my dream job, is podcasting. I would love to be able to make enough money to where I don't even want to be rich. I don't even want to be Alex Jones. You know, I want to reach for the stars, and I'm still gonna reach for the stars, and hopefully one day this will be a career, you know, podcasting. I've seen other podcasters, they can do it as a career, and I would love to do it too. This is my dream job that I want to accomplish. But if not, I mean, I'll still have fun doing it. And like I said, it's therapeutic and shit. So that's all I had to say as far as that stuff. I just wanted to let you guys know. And if you guys think I'm a shill because of that, then I guess unsubscribe, you know. Thumbs down the video, thumbs down the channel, whatever. But daddy's got to make a living too, you know. Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop making content. I'm still gonna make content, and I've never put anything behind paywalls. Everything has always been free. You know, that's another thing that bugs me about the community, is like, people will hate on your video or your podcast, and it's like, you are literally complaining about free content. It's one of those things of like, imagine going up to someone and like a homeless person. This one always gets me. I've actually had this problem before. I went up to a homeless guy before, and I handed him a pulled pork sandwich because I could tell he was homeless, and I was like, oh, here you go, man. Because I don't give money to homeless people. Well, I do, but if I can give him food instead, I give him food. So I gave this guy a pulled pork sandwich. And he goes, oh, thanks. I'll give it to my dog. And then he goes, you got any weed? And I just laughed and I said, no, dude. But it pissed me off so much. Like, I'm giving you free content. I'm giving you free information. I'm giving you free entertainment, free content. And I've had people hate on my shit, and I'm like, you're hating on free content. Like, your podcast sucks. You know, and I'm like, why do you have to go out of your way to do that? This is free content. You know, I've never received anything free. Even if I didn't want it, I'd always be like, oh, thank you. You know how many Christmas gifts I've got from my mom where I'm like, the fuck am I going to do with this? But I just smile and go, thank you so much. Like, all right, cool. As soon as you're gone, I'm going to the pawn shop and pawning this shit because I got bills to pay. You know? But it's just insane, you know? All right. Since we got like 5 minutes, I'm going to keep it short. But we will talk a little bit of conspiracy. So, everyone is freaking out about the patch on the Blue Origin astronauts, N-O-T-S, astronauts, spacesuits, that it is an upside down Baphomet. And they're bringing up to me the space, or not bringing up to me, but it's coming across my feed that SpaceX did the same thing. If you flip it upside down, their symbol, it's Baphomet. Now, the Blue Origin one, that's an official patch. That's actually, if you flip it upside down, it looks a lot like Baphomet. I believe that one, and I believed the SpaceX one. But there's a lot of disinfo in the conspiracy community. So I had a buddy that I worked with, and I showed him a video clip of someone looking at the SpaceX patch and going, dude, flip it upside down, it looks exactly like Baphomet. Now, this guy was a Q-tard. So he loves Donald Trump and anything connected with Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and he thinks that they're like the Justice League and they're catching pedophiles and all this QAnon bullshit. So when I showed him this conspiracy, he was like, no, not true, no way. He actually dug around and did his research, and turns out that the patch, the SpaceX one specifically, somebody made that patch. It wasn't even official SpaceX. It wasn't an official SpaceX patch or merchandise. It literally, someone had made it, like, and was selling it. And it just kind of cracks me up because it was probably some, like, Q-tard, like, white trash, conservative, Republican redneck, you know, trying to make some extra money when he goes to Trump rallies, selling those, you know. It had no connection to Trump or Elon Musk. And by the way, I don't trust Trump. I don't trust Elon. You guys know me, man. I was gay for RFK, you know. I wanted my dude in. But so yeah, I'm not standing up for Trump or Elon, but I did want to talk about that though a little bit, the whole Blue Origin patch. And it does look exactly like Baphomet. It's got the star, the horns, the upward horns, the downward ears that make the pentagram. Like, I don't know, that's pretty suspicious and creepy and weird. So I do agree with you all on that. But all these truth community, this is why I don't like calling it the truth community, and I call it the conspiracy community, because the SpaceX patch, Baphomet shit, has already been debunked. And people are still using it as evidence. See, all these space agencies, they all got Baphomet symbols, and it's like, no, the Blue Origin one does. The SpaceX one doesn't. Yes it does. No, if you would just do like 5 minutes of research and actually dig around, you would realize that somebody made that patch. That's why I don't call it the truth community, because I've put out shit on accident that was fake news, and I've seen a lot of these channels put out fake shit and bullshit, you know. So I don't know, be careful, use your third eye, use your discernment, you know. And like William Cooper said, don't even trust me, man. Don't even trust me, you know. I don't know. I wanted to get into that. We're kind of running out of time. I try to keep these episodes 30 minutes, but I feel like we went through a lot. We covered tarot, you know. That's some paranormal shit there, some woo-woo shit. I did want to let you guys know that I'm starting a Buy Me a Coffee, you know, and I wanted to debunk the whole conspiracy with the Baphomet SpaceX patch. That's bullshit. But the Blue Origin one, yeah, that one looks a lot like Baphomet if you flip it upside down. Pretty sure that shit's satanic, and it would not surprise me. But I love you all, and I hope you stayed through to the end, and I hope you guys still stay subscribed. But if you guys do see me promoting a link for Buy Me a Coffee, please do donate. It can help the channel, so that way I can grow this into a business, start selling trading cards, because I've been wanting to sell trading cards. I've been wanting to sell stickers, t-shirts. I want to be able to at least have this as a side job, and make money off of my American dream and what makes me happy. because no one wants to go to work at a job that they're miserable at. Everyone, I don't think that's too weird to want to do something that makes you happy for a living. But I love y'all. Please subscribe. Trying to get up to 500 subs. Y'all have a good day.